2 jävlar.
Lite lätt röd i ansiktet, eller du?
Ja. Så är det med bilhoppning.
Det ser nyvaken ut med.
Ja, men alltså klockan är 2:45 på natten.
Ja. Yeah.
Det är ganska svårt att undvika just nu.
Indeed. Oh. After 13 hours of travel, we have just arrived at the track. The first thing that happened when you arrive at the track is to have a short meeting with the team. A small recap of last race and what has changed in terms of setup of the car to this race. Then it's time to go get the paperwork in order. That takes place at the track office, where every driver show his or her racing license and sign on to the event. That's where we're heading now. So, just arrived?
Yes, feels great.
Yeah.
Always good to be back at the Nürburgring.
Well rested and happy?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Had like 12 hours of sleep in the car. So.
Yeah. So what now?
Now we get the paper signed on at the papers office, and then we get driving this afternoon.
Well, let's go. How do you feel about the weather? It's quite warm and dry.
Yeah. I mean, they say that the Nürburgring has very unpredictable weather, and it could be rain anytime. But so far this season, it's always been great.
Yeah, you had one race that was quite wet, didn't you?
Yeah, one race, but we're on race 7 now, and the 6 races in dry and 1 race in wet, so I think we have the odds towards the dry this weekend. But it feels good. I mean, the weather is fantastic. Warm, nice, good track conditions. Everything is laid down to be a perfect race weekend.
Well, how do you feel about your personal condition? Do you feel good to go for the race, or?
Yeah, I feel very good. I mean, I'm well rested.
Yeah.
So can't be any better. This is going to be a good weekend, I think.
Yeah, and you are aiming for a podium place.
Yes, as always, and always the win also.
Yeah. Now the sign-on is finished and it's time for Erik to put the racing gear on and get ready for the free practice where he also drives guests and sponsors a lap around the track. It clearly is a memory for life. With the added weight of a passenger, Erik still managed to do laps around 9:15 around the Nordschleife. The track is very special with its length, difference in altitude and that it is very tricky. It is called the Grüne Hölle, or the Green Hell after its difficulty. As you will see later, the track is also very narrow and that barriers are really close to the track, making it almost certain retirement if you go over the track just the slightest.
One moment. Yeah, yes.
Ich schaue einfach gerade hier bei dem Clio, der reingekommen ist, was da los ist, aber ich bin gerade auf der Suche.
We're now back. I managed to grab Erik just after the pricing ceremony. So I have one quick question. How did you feel about the race?
Well, it felt good, I think. As you said, we are just back from the prize ceremony as we finished 4th in the race. It felt good. I mean, 4th is the first loser. But, we had a good race, good points for the championship. The car was a bit tricky to handle. I think the setup changes from the qualifying and so on, or for the qualifying, didn't quite work out in the race. So I think it would be good to use in the qualifying, but maybe we should think of something else in the race. But I mean, 4th place is a good result and good for the championship and the Junior Cup and also for the team championship. So I think we had a good race. I'm happy. Also, I did my first double stint of more or less 2.5 hours in the car in one go, without anything to drink or anything. So I was pretty tired afterwards, but it's a good feeling.
You told us earlier that you were aiming for a podium place since you have nearly missed it quite a few times now. How did it feel when you realized, or how soon did you realize you were not going to make it?
Well, I know when I jumped in the car that I was more or less 30 seconds behind the 3rd place. And the driver is my teammate in the team, and he's a really quick guy. So I knew it would be tough, but 4th place is the first loser, and it always sucks to finish 4th. So I think we'll have to improve that for next time. I mean, we can't finish 4th every time. We have to. I think a podium finish is always the goal, but next time we really have to go for it, I think.
What's your plan to beat the teammates and take a podium place?
Well, this time we had some issues with the setup for the race, and also some oil temperature issues. So we had to be careful with the temperature and how we slipstreamed the straights, and also how we shifted with the car. So we had to keep it in check all the time. But I think a podium is definitely possible with the driver lineup and the team setup we have. So I think it will be really fun to get on the podium for the last 3 races now.
Yeah, and you got, as you said, 3 races to go, and the next one is...
in 3 weeks?
Yeah, last week of September.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we will be back. Yeah, so I thank you very much for this interview.
Yeah, I really look forward to get back.
Good.